मैंने सर को फर्स्ट मीटिंग में ये बोला था कि सर मुझे रोमांस करना था, आप मुझे बहन बना रहे हो. Listen, I am the real animal, so you don't talk. You shouldn't be here to protect me. I can protect myself. He's a flawed character who's never gotten love from his father. Specifically that scene when I have to call my dad when I've been Eve teased in college. So he just came and gave me one suggestion because I was stuck and I was nervous, and he was so kind to help me. He was like, act like you don't know that I'm going to do this. And this is a story about one such character who is absolutely crazily in love with the family. The director has his own voice. He wants to tell a story a certain way, and he's doing that very effectively. It so happens when you're in that deep a relationship, whether it's your brother, whether it's your husband, you cannot look beyond things, you know, like it happens in real life. I've seen people around me. So she's blinded. Yeah. She cannot see beyond anything.
Hi, this is Sheetal. Welcome to Pinkvilla. I'm in a conversation with Saloni Batra, who is now also known as Animal Ki Behen. So let's welcome her. Welcome to Pinkvilla.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. You know, I want to start off by telling you that everyone dreams of working with Ranbir as his love interest, right? Because of those dreamy eyes that he has. But you have chosen to play his sister. Was it heartbreaking?
Initially, yes. But, you know, I was offered such a good part by Sandeep sir. I mean, it was a dream come true. For, you know, I've been around, but this is my first commercial project, and to be a part of such a project, it was a very big deal for me. So there was no two ways about that. I could have said no, you know. मैंने सर को फर्स्ट मीटिंग में ये बोला था कि सर मुझे रोमांस करना था, आप मुझे बहन बना रहे हो. पर ठीक है, I'll take it with a pinch of salt and do it. But I'm so grateful and thankful to everybody, to sir, to have the belief in me and trust in me to give me that part. So I couldn't ever have even had second thoughts about it, to be honest. Yeah, आप believe नहीं करोगे, मैं इतनी बड़ी fan रही हूँ रणबीर की. And I've always wanted to romance him, and I'm from NIFT,
right?
So when I learned Photoshop for the first time, I actually morphed my photo with him.
Really? Did you make like a wedding picture or something?
I took makeup, Sitka poster, I put me and him, and oh my god, that's my first thing that I did. But yeah.
Yeah, but there's always a next time. You never say never, right?
Of course, I would never always want to play sister. No.
Talking about Ranbir Kapoor, how was it working with him, and what was your first encounter with him on the sets of Animal?
It was actually a surreal experience. I thought he's such a big superstar. He's a senior, and I thought he'll come with that air because, you know, he has so much experience and he's elder in the industry and all of that. But he was so humble. He was so grounded and so hardworking. Yeah. I cannot explain how hardworking. He would never leave for his vanity. He would be on set. He would rehearse lines with us over and over again. Wow. Like we would do 35-40 rehearsals with the lines. Still the lines became a part of our body, and we were natural enough to go and, you know, perform in front of camera. And he's a charmer. He's a charmer. His presence, his aura, his demeanor, his eyes, his vibe. He's just dreamlike. He's beautiful as a human being, inside and
outside.
So yeah, it was actually a dream come true for me to work with him.
For all the scenes that you've had with him, any memory that you can share which has stayed with you?
Yeah, lots of memories from day one till the end. But he was in one of the scenes, I was, you know, stuck, and he actually helped me out, and I was so thankful in that moment, and I felt so lucky that, you know, it's such a big set, you're working with such seniors, Sandeep sir, Anil sir, Ranbir and everybody. Specifically that scene when I have to call my dad when I've been Eve teased in college. So he just came and gave me one suggestion because I was stuck and I was nervous, and he was so kind to help me. He was like, act like you don't know that I'm going to do this. And I was like, oh my god, that really makes sense. And then there was not even a second I took to get into flow, because that was such a good direction from him and so much experience. I mean, you know, that shows.
It shows,
yeah. That was one very memorable moment. We actually had a lot of fun on set. He was very warm and very family-like.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, talking about your character, Reet. By the way, I love the name Reet. And I want to ask you, how do you relate to that character? How different is Reet and Saloni, or are they similar?
They're very, very different. Very, very different. I'm actually a rebel in real life. I'm very unlike Reet. Reet, जो नाम भी रखा है, sir and all were discussing a few names, and then when I read the character, I was like, क्योंकि इसके साथ जो हो रहा है ये बहुत औरतों के साथ होता हुआ है, so maybe Reet makes sense, and they loved it, they took it.
Okay. So you suggested the name. Lovely.
Yes. And I was so grateful to sir to have accepted it, and they loved it actually. I'm a rebel.
Okay.
I would never listen to anybody. Even in real life, when my brother tries to dominate me and becomes protective of me, I'm like, listen, I am the real animal, so you don't talk. You shouldn't be here to protect me. I can protect myself. So come on, yeah.
Since you said that you're the real animal, which is that one character from the movie you relate to? If not Reet, who would it be? The animal himself?
Yeah, because I am that. I am the rebel. मैं rebel करके बॉम्बे आई. मेरे माँ बाप मुझे आने नहीं दे रहे थे. कहते मैं डिजाइनर थी, मैं निफ्ट में पढ़ी. तो मैंने कहा मैं तो जा रही हूँ. कहते 1 साल में वापस आना है. वो बुलाते रहे. मैंने नहीं आना. And then I stuck to my ground and I was like, I have to do this. I'm going to do it. And I've always been the rebel in my family. So I am the real animal.
Yeah, she is the real animal. Talking about working with director Sandeep, right? He is such a brilliant director. But also there's this perception about him that is created online because of movies like Kabir Singh and now Animal, right? So the perception about, making misogynistic movies or sexist remarks like that, did that kind of a perception made you change your decision of taking the movie or not? Did you have a perception, by the way?
Not really. I mean, I feel like I'm an artist. I'm a facilitator. I'm an actor. Okay, true. I'm here to be a part of different storytellings in different worlds. Right. Now that is what the story the director wants to tell the audience. Right. And I wanted to be a part in however I could. And I'm nobody to judge the characters, because if I'm going to do that, then I'm not going to be able to play different roles. Even tomorrow, if I have to play antagonist, I'm never going to say no, because the kind of adrenaline I will get being an actor in that moment, because I do what I love for the passion and the feeling it gives me. So I don't think I would judge the story or the characters in any way. We get inspired by real life characters when we write stories. Right. So such people exist, and this is one such story about one such person. So true. Yeah, and it's about you guys, I mean the audience, to understand what's right and wrong for them. Cinema is here to entertain, and we're always going to do that.
Cinema is cinema.
Yes, cinema is cinema, and one should take it like that.
Yeah. But how did Sandeep sir approach you for this role, and what was the first interaction like?
Sandeep sir had actually seen my film Soni and Tesh.
Okay.
And he loved my work, and one day I was just called for a meeting, and I was a little taken aback. I was like, wow, I'm being called for this annual meeting, because उससे पहले pre-teaser सुना था. And we were already excited about it, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? And when I met him, he met me pehle, and he was like, I want you to play the elder parts, because I've played elder than my age in the other this thing. But then when he met me, he was like, you can play the younger part also, because I could look 19 as well.
Of course.
Yeah, so he was so confident, and he offered me the part, and I'm so lucky to have gotten it, because it actually is an actor's dream to play several ages across, what they are not. Yeah. So yeah, and he had blind faith in me actually.
But how was that transition? You've played on screen, you've played someone who's much younger to you and also much older to you, right? So what transition, was it difficult, or how was it like for you?
It was actually not so difficult. It just needed some work, because the older parts needed some under eye makeup, thoda dark kara, lines banaye, और ये सब.
बालों में भी difference था.
बालों में भी difference था, सब कुछ different था, look पूरा different था. So इतना ओल्ड लगाने के लिए तो काफी कुछ करना पड़ा, और कपड़े भी वैसे, कलर्स भी वैसे, थोड़ा बॉडी डिमीनर, जैसे आप बात करते हो वो सब चेंज हो जाता है. तो ऑब्वियसली उसमें थोड़ा काम लगा, बट आई रियली एंजॉयड द प्रोसेस.
यू हैव नॉट हैड एनी सीन्स विद लॉर्ड बॉबी, राइट?
या, ओह माय गॉड.
But did you meet him on the sets, and how was that like?
I did actually. He's such a humble person. He's so grounded. He is a sweetheart. I mean, when I met him for the first time, सामने से he's himself. He was like, you have done this film where you played a cop.
Oh, wow.
I was like, don't tell me you've seen it. और मतलब इतना बड़ा
आगे होंगे.
Of course यार, इतना बड़ा सुपरस्टार आपको सामने से आके खुद बोल रहा है. I wish I had some scenes with Lord Bobby though.
I wish. Yeah, I wish he had more scenes, because we wanted to see him on screen.
Oh my God,
probably throughout the movie.
He did such a fab job. He looked stunning. Oh my God.
Yeah, especially his entry song.
Oh my
Too
god!
hot.
Oh my god! It's one of my favorite BGM tracks in the film. Yeah,
It's trending and it's viral and how,
it's
right?
everywhere.
It's
People are loving it. People are loving it. Yeah.
Talking about the movie, what is the best compliment you've received for Animal so far?
People are saying that we actually look like siblings. We look very similar on screen.
Okay.
Uh,
Which is, I don't know. Is it a compliment?
as an actor,
Yes.
yes. And also to the director and everybody, because we worked on it. And people are also complimenting me for the camaraderie we've had on the screen, that we actually are having that intense discussion, and the to and fro happening between the two actors looks really real. And we all look like a family. So people have loved my performance and I'm so grateful.
We all love it, especially those scenes where you can tell that brother is so protective about his sister, right? वो निखर के आ रहा है.
Yeah. I could feel it in those moments.
Yeah. Talk to me about Ranbir Kapoor's character in the movie. As an actor, what did you think about the character? And as Saloni, what do you think about the character?
He's a flawed character who's never gotten love from his father. And he faces things in life which hence bring him to this stage in life where he does things. And eventually he has a graph of losing out on things. You know, you see him going through so much pain and all of that. So as I said, I'm not here to judge any character, but I can only look at it as from a story's perspective. And this is a story about one such character who is absolutely crazily in love with the family. He can go to any lengths for them, and because he's not gotten that love back since he was a child. He's had the repercussions in his life and his character, and it is a character graph. And that's what Sandeep sir has tried to show, and very effectively, with a very clear vision, with the correct edit, with the correct BGM, because people are loving the film. I've heard people laugh, cry, go crazy, hoot in the middle of the film, and it's a full package and an entertainer.
True. You know, I think people have this love-hate relationship with the movie. While they hate it because of, misogyny and all of that, but they also love it, and that's a different kind of an emotion altogether.
Yeah, totally. The film is also trying to tell you a lot of things. It's about you, what you take back from it, right?
True.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that in the movie, they've shown two sides to a woman, right? Like they've shown that a little submissive, but also when Rashmika turns back and slaps Ranbir, right? दोनों side दिखा है, powerful भी और ऐसा भी.
Correct.
So was there any scene from the movie that offended you as a woman?
Offense तो मुझे एक तो मेरे लिए इतनी बड़ी deal. It's such a big deal for me to get this film.
Right.
You know, you as an artist, first of all, you lose objectivity when you're watching. You're only like gaga. You're like, oh my god, this is a film I've done. Been part of such senior actors, been part of such a big cast and such a big film. And secondly, again, I wouldn't want to judge the characters because it's a story, and I'm watching it as an entertainment package. See, there are some films, some documentaries and all which are there to teach you something. This is there to make you laugh, cry, and feel emotions
just
while you're
just
entertained. And that's happened after very long. I feel like people have really gone crazy and they've lost it. So I don't think I would want to do that.
Yeah. You know, I want to ask you about that one particular scene which has stayed with everyone. वो जब you complain saying that you're getting Eve teased, and then you see Ranbir taking the gun and going into the college. How was it like shooting that scene?
I had so much adrenaline in me, you have no idea. They were the first 3 days of shoot.
Okay.
And pehle to the acceptance that now he's playing my brother, let's get into character.
Let's just accept.
Let's just accept. I had to remind myself of my own brother, which I did, and I got into the character. And it was so much adrenaline because going into that classroom and getting this full from this emotion from the college people, and then Ranbir coming in like a hero with the gun and shooting and everything. I had so much fun. It's really a dream of an actor like me who stays in the moment and wants to experience every single emotion to have been in that scene. honestly. I really enjoyed it. Even the action sequences.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I got so much adrenaline while being in that car. You have no idea. I was actually excited, and Ranbir was driving himself.
Oh,
He skipped and all a couple of times. I was shocked that he could drive so well.
So well, yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, but this scene also has received a lot of hate, I can say, because school में, college में ऐसा कहा होता है, right? What's your reaction on that?
ये कहानी है, मैं फिर कह रही हूँ ये कहानी है, आप कहानी की तरह देखो, तो वो उस narrative में sense बनाता है ना, कि वो जो, but the director has his own voice. He wants to tell a story a certain way, and he's doing that very effectively. So we can't take his voice away from him. He is a certain kind of director. He likes to say his story in a certain kind of way, and very clearly with a very great vision, he's doing that.
Right. Yeah. You know, एक चीज जो हमें hook में रखती है end में is Animal Park, right? So any news on that? Are you going to be a part of it? Is there a twist that I can expect?
I can't talk too much about it.
आप revenge mode में चले जाओगे. No spoilers, but yeah.
Watch it.
बोलो.
Watch it to know. Watch Animal Park. इसके बारे में भी discuss नहीं कर सकते.
हाँ, but I really hope there is something really more interesting than what we saw, right?
Yes.
So let me talk to me about the kind of roles that you are looking forward to do now.
I am actually looking for an array of roles, whether it's romance or comedy or playing the negative part or anything. Just give me something that makes me feel different, gives me a different emotion. I can be a different person. As I said, I'm so different from Reet. I am not that girl who would listen to what everyone has to say. I'm a girl who takes my own independent decisions. So I would definitely want to play different roles than that, because I want to bring out different sides of myself, the spunky side, the quirky side. I want to romance also, as I said. So I want to do a different array of roles.
Right. And lastly, I want to know, what is that one thing that is going to stay with you from the movie Animal?
The whole experience was so beautiful. That the moments that I spent, the things that I learned from the experiences of Anil sir, Ranbir and everybody, them being such seniors, I really learned how people function on such big sets, how things work. For my future films and all, I've taken a lot from everybody. Sandeep sir has taught me a lot. Like he gave so many good pointers when we would be in the scene doing things. He'd be like, I want it like this from here to here. This is the emotion, this is the graph, this is the kind of emotion I want. So I understood a director's perspective even more because he was so clear with this thing. And the way he used to tell us when we were in the scene was so spot on that for an actor to just get a hold of that and then to perform becomes way easier. It becomes like a cakewalk. Once you have good directions now, it's just beautiful. It flows then. So I'm taking back a lot
of this. You know, on that note, I had one question which I forgot to ask earlier, that you know, Reet, her character, she knows that her husband, you know, doesn't maybe probably love her as much as Reet does, right? And I feel that there's an intense backstory which movie mein to nahi dikhaya, but did you have like a backstory that was narrated so that you both could get into the character? Kyunki even though he's so flawed, you still love him unconditionally, right? Same thing for your brother as well. Both the husband and the brother, the mindset is the same, but that love is there and there's no conditions attached. So what was the kind of backstory attached?
We had lengthy discussions about what the backstory should be, because you know the certain nuances and the little things that you do between the lines comes from the backstory. True. And no matter the character is big or small, you must have a backstory as an actor. It just helps for me. It really helps me to not be blank anywhere in spaces, which makes the scene flow. So we had a lengthy discussion, and as you said, unconditional love. For the family. Reet is like that. She has unconditional love. She cannot look beyond it. And it so happens when you're in that deep a relationship, whether it's your brother, whether it's your husband, you cannot look beyond things, you know. Like it happens in real life. I've seen people around me. So she's blinded. She cannot see beyond anything. She's like, they're my family. I'm here to protect them. I'm here to love them. And I can't hear a word against them. And similarly, like Mr. Animal himself, she can go to any lengths to be there for them. So yeah.
That's the kind of love.
Yes, that's the kind of love. Yeah.
Thank you so much for this. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank
and
you, likewise.
Really hoping to see bigger roles and where आप बहन नहीं romance कर रहे हो.
बिल्कुल.
Thank you, Saloni.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Saloni Batra, and you're watching me on Pinkvilla.